Welcome, guys. Welcome. How long you been here?
Just over 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years now.
2 years?
I just got here in November.
November, new to here.
A year.
A year? Oh, where you coming from?
We were at Wright Pat before this.
Ohio, huh?
We were in Osan in South Korea.
Hey, I've been to Osan twice.
Yeah, my
Hey.
husband went remote and I just went like non-command sponsored.
Oh,
Just brought
really?
My son and
Yeah.
so we were just there for a year.
Yeah, I was over there twice for a year when I was military. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much I had to go back. Didn't get out. At that time, it was much more shopping. They
Yeah.
said it's different now, and I haven't been back in a little while.
I
but-
guess it's really different than it used to be.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like family.
Yeah,
environment, a lot of, like,
yeah.
restaurants
All the
and
cut
stuff.
down on all the clubbing and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Oh my gosh.
They really did. They like.
Oh my God, I used to love the club. Don't say I did the club, but I love those clubs. Yeah, that's what they said. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're basically like, we're not letting anybody off base until like all of this is just like cleared out and everyone gets sent home. Yeah. So it's a lot different now. It's like
It is a lot
restaurants
different.
and there's still like bars and stuff. It's still fun, but there's no just like girls and windows and stuff.
I love those clubs. No. You didn't hear that from me. I will deny it if you said I said it. No,
Yeah,
but
you can
good.
still go to Busan. I mean, you can like take a train.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's not just going to be like right outside of Osan anymore.
Where you come from?
Nellis was our last base.
Nellis. What was I doing at Nellis?
Melting in the heat.
How long were you at Nellis? Is in Vegas?
Oh, okay.
How long were you at Nellis?
About 14 months.
You know, I don't know how people do Nellis. I just don't.
Yeah,
you know.
we don't either. That's
I
why we
don't
left.
know. The planes fly over all the time, and it's so loud. And I know they have to practice. You know, I give it to the Thunderbirds.
It
They
is
got
cool
to.
to see no matter where you're at in the Las Vegas Valley. They practice 5 times a day. So pretty much any given time during the day, if you're
Do
out
you
and
just
about,
get used
you
to
can
it?
see 'em.
You just get used to the zzz, the noise.
Well, you know, we lived like about a half an hour out at the north end of town, so
Oh,
we didn't
get it.
we weren't like on base or right outside of base, so we didn't get that.
Good, because I'm like, when I was there, I was like, I don't know how these people live here. Couldn't do
Well,
it.
there's a whole lot of reasons why. I
Well,
don't know
people
how
live there for the
live
gambling and
there,
all
but
that. But there's almost so much
It's
gambling
a
you
very
can
different
do.
kind of town.
Yeah, it
There's
very
a lot of really
is.
cool stuff about it, but it's just a really different place to live.
Yeah, I went to it. I was TDY there a long time ago. And
Yeah, my husband works full-time support for the reserves, so.
oh,
we were
okay, okay.
kinda- And it's a little different animal. We're not like stationed somewhere for a specific amount of time. It's just whenever there's opportunities to move up, or if
Oh.
you don't want to, you can stay in the same place forever if there's opportunities there.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
have a
you
little bit
reserve
more
it. Yeah,
freedom
yeah.
So
Then
that's why we were there for such a short time, because my husband's
like, let's get
"Yeah,
out of here.
let's
We
let's
seen
go."
it, we
And
experienced
I'm
it,
like,
it's
"Yep,
time to
me
get."
out of here. And we had gone from the crazy cold of Minnesota to the crazy heat of Vegas.
Oh,
It was like
my.
opposite extremes. So this is a nice.
You are in the right place. Let me just let you know, you're in the right
we
place.
love it here.
Everyone loves it here.
We came from Barksdale, Louisiana.
Louisiana. Oh, my daughter went to school at Grambling, and then she went to school at Louisiana State University. Yeah, she's a school teacher now, and I can't believe it. I had to beat her to do good well in school, and now she's a school teacher. Wow. And when she comes to me with, "Mom, you won't believe this," I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All the times I told you to study, you know, I don't need to make a C. All I need to do is pass. Now she's, you know, striving for perfection. So I don't give her, I don't care. So welcome. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad that you came and you've been here 2 years, couple of months, a year. Have you been able to get out and see beautiful Colorado?
Starting to.
Good, good. Yeah, I've been here for, show my age, tell my age. But I retired from the military here back in 2000, and I've been here since then. I've been doing several things since I've been here, and I've been doing sexual assault prevention since 2012. So I'm not going to say I'm good at it, but I like what I'm doing. You know, I like that informing, and that's what I like part of it. I like the prevention part. I like telling people the things that they can do just to be safe, just to be aware. And in this crazy environment, teens change, people change, you know, military changes. And we get a lot of people now that's been in a different world than where my world has been. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have the cell phones. We didn't have the connection piece that everyone has. And so now I just let them know that just have a good time. I'm not ever here to tell anybody not to have a good time. Go have a good time. Go have fun. Just be aware of some of the dangers that's out there. And we get them, and they seem, maybe I'm seeing older, but they seem younger and younger to me when they come in. And a lot of them come from mom's house to the military, or from school, mom's house, school, in the military. And they bring some of that thing. So what we try to do is say, hey, here, you know, we protect each other. That's our job. You know, we look out for each other. That's what we do. And we make sure that we are safe, you know, and that's how we do our mission. You know, if one person's not feeling safe, how they gonna come to work and do a job? And knowing that the person that made them feel unsafe is in that unit. So that's what we do. That's what my office does. It's just a prevention. But if we're needed for that care, we're there for that too. So I'm going to go on. Do I have a clicker? Is this my clicker? I think, right? I'm thinking, I don't know. No? I don't know where my clicker is. Oh, I am clicking. There we go. I'm now pointing at the right thing. This briefing, or a version of this briefing, is provided to the commanders. We call it talking point, and you'll get some of the things that we discuss, especially when we have the new commanders that's come in from different places, so they can let their troops, people know, you know, that they are there and what to expect. And so we always do a sensitivity notice at the beginning and let them know that some of the things that we may discuss, it could be detrimental to hear it, because you never know who's your audience is. You can have someone in the audience that's been through something that never told anyone. And then the things that we bring up, all of a sudden it's affecting them. And so we let commanders know that if you're talking about some of these things, please put this up here. And if someone in the audience is affected by it, let them know where to go to. And these are your resources. And of course, it's our office. And we have mental health chaplain, the Safe Helpline, and anyone can call the Safe Helpline at any time and be anonymous. They never have to say anything. And they call us, and we are definitely confidential. We do not say anything. We do not discuss anything with the other people unless they want us to. The chaplain, they can go to the chaplain. The chaplain is there as a listening resource. The chaplain does not report an incident, so, but they can't go to the chaplain.
And that's all for active duty members?
It's civilian, and civilians just came in, and good thing on the let me see, government for seeing that civilian also can come to us. But, and we will be discussing that also. They can come to us and we can provide them services. But off-base service, we cannot. You know, provide military, we can do.
So like this,
Go ahead.
like the Safe Helpline and like these resources are available
Yes.
to spouses as well as service members?
Yes. Yes. We'll get into more of that, but yes. And this is a program, and our program is, the sexual assault, like they say, is inconsistent with our core value. You know, we are here to do a mission. And as I stated before, if we are not getting the word out, what we need to do, educate personnel to protect each other, and a lot of people say, oh my gosh, that's simple enough. I would never do that, but you wouldn't believe some of the situations that someone would be in and said, oh, I didn't know, or I didn't mean, or I didn't. So we're there to just tell them, talk to them. You know, if you have a relationship or think you have a relationship with a person, and you're not sure of where that relationship at, speak about it. You know, because if you're not brave enough to discuss sexually where you're at, you're not brave enough to be in that relationship right now. You know, maybe you still want to date as far as ice cream, pizzas and stuff, but if you're taking it to a level, let that other person know you're ready and that other person agree to that level. If no one's agreeing, and that's what we let them know, that that's what happens when communication level is not there. It's not there, we don't know. Communication is not there. And we don't care your gender. You know, we take care of everybody. That's what we do. The wing commander, installation commander, has control of the program. So everything we do, we report to her. She makes sure we have the people in the office that are trained and capable to do the job. We are available 24/7. Call us anytime. My phone stays on me. I don't have it now because someone's in the office, but it stays on me 24/7, or it stays on the victim advocate. We will have service 24/7 to everybody. And we do that even at deployed locations. When a member goes deployed, and when they come back, it's when we get the information. Like, how was your deployment? Did you incur anything? Did you see anything? Did you know where my office was at over there? Did you know where the SOC was at? Did you know who they were? You know, what giveaways, takeaways can you share with me so I can pass on to that person that's going to the floor? Hey, when that person that went to this place, this is what they said that situation was like. You know, SAP office is here, this is that person, and we have phone numbers, information, contacts for every deployed SAP office. And we'll make sure that person take it with them when they go. And this, of course, is a given. We ensure everyone is treated protected with dignity. We treat everybody with dignity. You come in my office, you just have a question. We just talk about your question, whatever it is. And we have people, I've had people that come to the office 3 or 4 or 5 times. And we just discuss everything around that without diagnosing that's something that's going on with this person. I don't ask, they don't tell. We discuss, what if? What if this happened? Oh, okay. And we can spend whatever time that person wants talking about what if. And they have left my office, I do not know. Got a smart guess about it, but I don't know. And I won't know unless they tell me, and I'm not asking. If they want to tell me, they can tell me, you know. Sexual assault. The SAPA policy defines sexual assault, the SAPA policy, as intentional sexual contact characterized by force, threatening, intimidation, abuse of authority when the victim does not or cannot consent. And we all know, and that's been in the news a lot as far as when consent. And it upsets me when they have a case and they're like, okay, you know, because we all said, oh, you cannot give your consent if you sleep, passed out, sick, you know, can't speak or rather to the point that you're drunk or whatever. And then I see cases in the paper and they say, well, they didn't know how drunk she was. What doesn't matter how drunk she was. If she can't remember she gave consent. But I mean, you have lawyers on the other side, and they are all about getting their client off. And we preached about, drinking and not being not able to give consent, but then they go to court and I follow every case just to see what's the result. And I let my people know, hey, this is what's happening. This is, and how brave you have to be to do this. And I've let, hey, you can go to court, and this or this. You never know what the outcome is, especially on the he say, she say case. And that's what it usually is, he say, she say. Consent is defined as freely given agreement. And how you do this, and like I always tell young people, I know your language may be different than my language, but you can't be afraid to find out where you at with that person. You can't just assume. Well, we've been dating 3 months. Hey, oh, I brought you dinner. You liked that steak, didn't you? Well, come on now, stop playing. How long it's gonna take? It takes as long as the person is ready for it to take. Your timeline may not be my timeline. So it's no forced situation. It's okay. All right, we did the 3-date rule, and now, hey, next date, you know what's gonna happen, don't you? No. So, we have to tell people, you have to be able to talk. Whatever language you want to use, hey, you want me to do this or that? Hey, you like me to do this or that? Whatever language you use that language. Because when we get into not knowing that other person, then things happen, we get into a situation. And I didn't know I jumped to it that quick, but let's go and talk about unrestricted. This is unrestricted. It's reported through normal channels, the victim chain of command, law enforcement, or SI. Investigation and command authority of our world. That means that whoever needs to know, knows. Not everybody like, oh, the whole world knows. On a small base like Shreveport, they might. But it's basically whoever needs to know, knows. Like if people say, how many people going to know? This is our office going to know. Your commander's going to know. Or it's I going to know, because they have to do an investigation. Whoever office peep through that picks up on it, we try to condemn it, though. This is the people, only the people that need to know. And we're still protected under military rule of evidence, and we're going to talk about that some more. Restricted, it's confidential, it's not investigated, reported to our office or health care. If it's reported to the chaplain and the chaplain can suggest that person come see us, because the chaplain cannot report it to us. Chaplain holds everything confidential. Only time that we cannot keep it restricted, if the victim provides written authority, they're like, okay, let's go with it. And I'll tell you about a case I had like that. That was this senior airman, and I had a talk this probably about 4 years ago when I was giving a briefing to the command squad, and there was a senior airman back when that fell into an unpleasant situation, and she was sexually assaulted by a person in authority. Didn't want anything to happen and kept it under the rug, didn't tell anyone, and went on with life as usual. And came years later, and she met this the same person that did this at another base. And I think at the time there was a staff, that person was a staff sergeant. But the person that had taken advantage of a sexual assault at the time was a lieutenant. So her name was Captain. So when enlisted walk in outside and you see an officer, what happens? Can you imagine? So saluting someone that, that sexual assaulted you. And she said that's what made her come in. She just could not do it. She just could not do it. I don't blame her, couldn't do it either. Probably couldn't do it either. But, you get people when they go restricted and they change their mind, they can go unrestricted. But we have people that never go that way. That we would treat them with all the services that we can provide, and they never go unrestricted. It's up to that person. Unless someone said that I'm going to kill myself or kill that person.
Those are the two times when it's required.
Require
Okay.
to tell.
That's the only instance though in which it was required?
Yeah, because a lot of, they always say when required by law. A lot of times when we talk to judge advocate and said, hey, this is what I have legally, this is what I have to tell you. Even if that person doesn't get consent. But I can go to JA and they can say, oh, well, you can disclose this part without disclosing this part. So there's always ways to protect, and I let legal, because I'm not legal, I don't know, but I let legal always get the advice of legal, what can I do to protect this person? This happened to this person, but this situation happened also. So I had a client that sexually assaulted, and this person threatened him with a gun. So I go to legal and I'm like, okay, this person's in trouble. And I always go with what if too. What if someone come to me and says, someone shot at them? And because of some situation they were going through and this happened, oh, we can totally separate that. That's what legal said. We can do this part right here. So, and I don't know. Like I said, I could sort legal and legal. They give me the advice that I need, which is great because I have no clue. I'm like panicking, what happened? What do I do? And legal like, okay, all right, I'll calm down. So I walk on that, I always feel good, like, oh, they helped me do this. Come on, you gotta go. Okay, this is, believe it or not, what we get here with more often than not. No one ever really comes to our office and says, hey, this happens. Usually it takes a give or take kind of thing. And usually they end up going to tell a friend, and a friend tell a friend, and a friend tell another friend. And that's how we usually get it. And that's called independent investigation. It's when someone tell a friend, and that friend don't know what to do with it, and hey, let's go talk to the first shirt. And if they talk to the first shirt, none is unrestricted. But it has came down, and this is a new law about OSI, and I don't know the law number, but this is a new policy about OSI. The person don't have to talk to them, even if it is unrestricted, even if they know. If they know OSI can say, hey, friend just came in and talked to us and said that you were sexually assaulted. You like talk about it? I'm like, nope. Nope, they do not have to talk to them about it. And it used to not be that way. That just changed. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That is crazy. If a person does not want to talk to you about that, it feel like they don't have to, but that law just changed. That policy, I'm gonna say law, that policy just changed for OSI, that they don't have to. So no, I don't want to tell you anything. OSI, write it up that, okay, person don't want to participate. If a person comes to our office, like that, they may tell a friend, and a friend can say, I'm going to talk to you, OSI about this. A person come to our office and said, hey, I'd like to file a restricted report and they sign that they find a restricted report. Or I can come to us and say, hey, so-and-so, we just got the pardon came to office and told us, do you know anything? Nope. I have no clue. Because if a person signed a paper that it's a restricted report, to us it's a restricted report. This confuses people. You don't have to, your friend don't have to report this. You don't have to come, oh my God, and that's what one of the first things we'll say, have you told anyone?
Yeah.
You know, and who have you told? You don't know, you don't, it's not unrestricted because you told a friend. And your friend don't have to go tell anyone because you, and they're like, okay, if I tell my friend, is it unrestricted? No, that's your friend. We don't prod people by telling each other no. And if they wanted to remain restricted, it's restricted. Simple as that. Here's the available resources that provided for restricted and unrestricted. As you can see, everything's remains the same except for these three. You know, in restricted, of course, you cannot get a command support because command don't know about it. You can't get an expedited transfer. And an expedited transfer is when a situation occurred on another base and you cannot function on that base. You cannot do your job the way you normally do your job, whether a lot of people talking about it, whether that person is just on this base, I just can't be here. And they'll transfer you to another base. It's kind of like a humanitarian, I guess, kind of like that. It's kind of like that. In a military protected order, if a situation happened in unrestricted, of course, and the suspect unit will do a protected order, you will not make contact with this person. The military protection order is good on base. Then the unrestricted person, if this person you live in the community near there, they can go and seek a civilian protection order. Any questions? Y'all can stop me anytime too, because I'll just keep talking. So just talk to me anytime if you got questions. All right. And this is another one that confused people. And they say, where is the perpetrator in my chain of command? What I do then? You find another resource to tell. You still tell. You know. Report to the next senior commander. Because we know as long as we've been in the military or anywhere, a boss has a boss has a boss has a boss. You know. No one works here, this is my own shop, this is my own company. Boss has a boss has a boss. Tell another person boss. Go to a commander outside the chain of command. Oh my gosh, I've been told not to go outside the chain of command. Military people say, they told me to go straight. Not for something like this. You know, go to another command if you feel safe to go to that. If you don't, contact OSI, IG, and the Special Victim Counsel. This is a new one for us too. Or call the Safe Helpline, and you can disclose if you want to. But yeah. And these who we take care of. Active duty members dependent 18 and older. That's kind of iffy. Well, yeah, 18 and older. They're available for treatment in the military health system, at an installation, and outside. DOD civilian employees. Just asking. Will have access to full separate service that are offered on base, to offer to the service member. And it does not include additional medical entitlement. Like one of the things that, and I know this is new, military personnel, if they feel like they need to get an exam, do I have to pay out my pockets? No, you don't. You know. You do not have to pay for that or whatever military, what you call insurance that's used. They pay for this. You do not have to pay out of your pocket. We have an obligation, I don't care if it's unrestricted, to protect this person's communication. And this comes in a lot of times when, and we do this protection, whether, like I said, restricted and unrestricted. This comes in a lot of times when, if it doesn't have anything to do with the sexual assault portion of it. Like you have a 19-year-old that comes in, but I was drinking, I was drinking. We don't have to tell that part. We don't have to tell that part. They tell us anything other than the sexual assault. That law, we go to jail, what if? But then we don't have to tell that part. And that's what a lot of them, nervous about. I'm 19, I'm not supposed to be drinking. But I was drinking, I was. So, like I said, the communication is confidential. What you tell me is what you tell me. I don't have to tell anyone. And the difference between that program and our program, that victim that they take care of, and they have sexual assault in that realm too. And they just got, which was great on them, are unrestricted and restricted. So they have that also. And it would be great for y'all to have FAP come. The victim has to be married to the alleged offender. They have to have some kind of relationship together, have kids or kids together. They live in the same household. And the victim is a military dependent, 17 years or younger. And this excludes 17 years that are in the military, because we do have 17. That's why I said that other one was 18 years, that's what we did. No, we take 17, because we do have 17 years. People that turn 18 after they've been in the military, we take care of. That's our job. We'll do this. But other than that, we send them to FAP. We do have situations where someone will come to my office. Am I late? Am I over? Yeah, I got a couple more. We do have situations people come to our office and a situation happened when they were a kid. And it's like, oh my God, this happened to me when I was a kid. And I don't know what to deal with it. And this person lived in a home. We will call FAP, but most of the time we will provide the services. And we usually do like a warm handoff, because we will have a person, oh, I'm going through a divorce, but this situation happened to me. And we will call FAP and do a warm handoff together. I'm going to move it up. This just came out, I guess, the bullying, and this is the age there's always had bullies as far as people that want to do harm to you because of whatever. But now in this generation, we have all kinds of ways they can do it, and so the government have said, we take these things seriously. If you have somebody that's retaliation on somebody, and let me give you this reprisal. There was a situation, I know she told me to rush, but I want to tell you this one. There was a situation, this person made, below his own master sergeant, and was raped, the person was raped, and went to the command for help. And the commander said, you can't even take care of yourself, how you going to take care of other people? And they did not give her the strike. It happens. More than you know. More than you know. And so it's against the law. We go, we have to submit this. This is one of the things that goes up to Washington as far as if our victims that reported unrestricted, have any of them been ostracized, have been maltreatment? If they have, what? We report this quarterly. Go through, because they take this stuff seriously. We have too many reports that a member would go to Congress or a member would file a congressional and said, I reported it, I went to my SAPA office and I did this, or my command treated me some kind of way. Next thing you know, it's on the news before we get a time to address it, you know. So they want to know now. This is the Volunteer Victim Advocate with FSS. She's with TSLS, and they like behind closed door. 19 subs. We have 2 subs here. We have 4 subs. 50 is OSS, another 50 is OSS. We have a couple of more that I'm still waiting for their pictures. But we're always looking for good people. So, you know, tell your husband, you got some good people that want to be a victim advocate. Hey, send them to our, and they can even call a hotline. I pick up on that one. We're always looking for good people. And as you can see, we have our military, so it's always a turnover, you know. So it's always a challenge to keep people in office. For depending, and the people call me and say, what can I do? I want to be, I want to help. How can I help? Where can I go? Well, we have TASA. So I used to work for TASA. They do good work. And they deal with domestic violence and sexual assault. And they have a hotline you can call. It's a 24-hour like crisis line that we have here. And they do really good work. So if you know anybody want to go to TASA, hey, civilian-wise, or College Springs Police Department, victim advocate. And that victim advocate deal with a whole gambit of not just sexual assault. They deal with a list of stuff. Whatever crimes happen and there's a victim behind it, these people do it. They take care of it. We have names of people. They have a 64-hour training. It's over 8 to 9 weeks. We have evening classes. So if anyone you know of a civilian want to go out there and help, and what can they do? No, they can't via our program because our program deal with only, we have military or DOD civilian employees. But off base, if you need this information readily available, I make sure that they get it to you. This clicker does not like me. Oh, there we go. And that's it. That's our program. Glad I came over to meet you guys. If you see me, holler at me. If you see me and I don't, you know, seem like I'm way back and you kind of far away, I wear glasses, so you know. It's not that I ignore anybody. I just sometimes can't see you. But holler at me, speak to my name's Cecilia. And I'm glad you guys are here and ready to step up and ready to be that support. Anybody have any questions for me?